What's up guys, it's D-Money613, bringing you guys another video. Today's video will be on my first class setup in Black Ops 4, as well as my first impressions. I'm not going to keep y'all waiting too long, so let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys can see on screen, I'm using a basic ICR, as well as using Cold-Blooded, Scavenger, and Ghost. I'll go more depth in the perks in Black Ops 4 in a later video. As of right now, I just want to get you guys some gameplay because it's actually a pretty decent one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so now that I've played a couple games, I've played about 5 games in Black Ops 4, and I feel like I have a really good first impression now. So, I've noticed 5 things off the bat, and we're going to go ahead and get into those 5 things. Starting with number 1, the default classes in this game are trash. So while I was playing, leveling up from 1 to 5, my gameplays were subpar, to say the least. I would go either like right at a 1 KD or go under 1 KD, and that's not how I play. I'm not the best player in the game, but I'm like a 1.7 KD, so I know I can get kills and not die as many times as I did. And I felt like I was really bad at the game because I was getting outgunned and I was losing gunfights that I thought I should have been winning. But as soon as I hit level 5 and I was able to create a class, I used a basic ICR, no attachments, and my gameplay substantially improved. I went from being like 13 and 17 to 49 and 20, and I was in my first gameplay with no attachments. So I know my gameplays will get better as I unlock more attachments and more perks and really understand the game. So if you're playing with the default classes, don't think you're trash. The default classes themselves are trash, and you're probably playing against people who've been playing all day. Because another thing was I was a level 2 playing against level 16s and 20s, so I may be a little biased toward the default classes, but in my opinion, they are trash. So let's go ahead and get into number 2. It's going to take some time to stop trying to double jump. So I use a SCUF controller, so I'm used to double jumping in the previous Call of Duties. Even Black Ops 3 had advanced movement, so you could double jump, wall run, and all that good stuff. I kept trying to double jump out of water in one match, and I literally died every single time. And every time I see a wall or something, I try to double jump. It's going to take some time to get used to because it's like been ingrained in your head to double jump. You've been doing it for the past, 4 years? So it's going to take a lot of time to get used to not being able to double jump. But once you do, you'll be perfectly fine. It's kind of weird not being able to double jump, but I love it. People can't jump over my head, and my aim actually gets to show out a little bit. Leading with aim, we're going to go ahead and roll into number 3. Enemies have a lot of health, so it takes a lot of bullets to kill people, or at least it feels like it does. Maybe it's because my guns don't have any attachments or anything, but it feels like I'd be shooting them for days. But, which is a good thing, because I can keep my aim pretty good. I'm a pretty good shot in Call of Duty, so I don't really have a problem with aiming, but I know for some people who don't have, let's say, the best gun or have shoddy aim, they're going to die, and they're going to be upset a lot. But, if you get your aim down, enemies drop really quick. I was using a basic ICR, and I love that gun still. It was probably going to be my favorite gun in Black Ops 4. Even though it's the first assault rifle, it's still probably going to be my favorite gun. I freaking love that gun. But anyways, enemies do have a lot of health in the game, but it's not a bad thing because that also means that you can get shot a lot, right? So we'll just see how they tweak it when the full game comes out. But as of right now, they have a lot of health. Number 4, Ajax. Ajax is the person that gets that extra health, and I really had a problem with this when I was playing with the default classes. My guns were, in my opinion, very weak, and I would get outgunned. And it was mainly people who were using the Ajax specialist. They get extra health, so on top of enemies already having a lot of health, getting extra health on top of that makes them pretty much OP. So it looked like Ajax was a crutch perk. Well, a crutch specialist in the game, but as soon as I got my created classes, Ajax realized he was not it. He's weak. He's not even worth it. Like default versus default classes, he's OP, but once you get a created class, he's not gonna be OP. It's pretty easy to shoot down. I had no problems once I had my classes. But with the default classes, I was getting outgunned a lot just because they had Ajax and had more health than me. And leading into my last and final thing that I noticed. The ICR is still great. So, that was my favorite gun in Black Ops 3. I used it all the time. If I ever got upset in a game and I couldn't get a kill, I would pull out the ICR and I know I would do great. So, of course, in Black Ops 4, I was doing bad. And the first gun that you got to unlock was the ICR. So, when I got to unlock the ICR, my life changed. It was so great to have that gun back in my hands. I enjoyed it a lot. it is still a great gun to use, and I'm looking forward to giving you guys great gameplays with that gun. And with that, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay. This was the 49-20 gameplay that I was talking about early on. And if you could, leave a like and a comment down below, as well as subscribe for more. This is DMoney613, and I'll see you guys in the next Black Ops 4 video.
Hostile trophy system.
Establish UAV data link. Hardpoint identified.
Battery requesting attack helicopter CAS.
Hostiles
Your
have the
K9 unit
hardpoint.
has exited the AO.
Hardpoint locked down. Doors open.
Drop.
We've lost the hardpoint.
UAV standing by.
Hardpoint locked down.
UAV established overhead.
We've lost the hardpoint.
I was like, where are you?
UAV mission timeline 50% expended.
Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
They're gone.
Hardpoint is secure. Testing hardpoint.
TACOM authorized Hellstorm
Hardpoint
release.
lost. Hardpoint locked down.
UAV available for tasking.
UAV launch. Authorization Nomad.
Hardpoint contested.
Return. Sensors are capture your objective.
Hardpoint identified. Supplies. First come, first served.
50% time check.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint lost.
Authorizing Hellstorm launch.
No joy, no joy.
He is not playing no games on this one.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down. Enemy UAV above. Testing hardpoint. Hardpoint lost.
Battery killed.
Hardpoint locked down. Testing hardpoint.
But dang.
Hardpoint contested. We're almost there. Close this out. Shut them down. Hardpoint lost. locked down.
Ruin eliminated.
Sensor going live. We've lost the hard point.
Profit expired.
Time's almost up. Make that push. Hard point is secured. Hard point identified.
They're gone.
Hostiles have captured the
K9
hard
unit
point.
has left the mission area.
We're losing the fight.
Unit down.
Hard point locked down. We've taken control.
TACOM, deploy
Hardpoint
UAV on my
contested.
grid.
Field promotion, nice. Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Testing hard point. Hard point contested. Testing hard point. Mission objectives green across the board.
Survivalist down. Enemy down.
Let's get it! Alright, so that match was a lot better. Looks like the only thing I needed was a class. But I'm gonna go ahead and end that today. Put all these last like 6 games into one video. And then I'll give you an actual first impressions tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys in the next one.